Hi, everybody. It's Sandra. Thanks for coming to my What Sold on My eBay page video today. I think my sales are about $2,400, $2,500, something like that. And I paid about $250 for things. I'll tell you what I paid if I can remember as we go. If anybody watching this video bought any of this stuff, I so very much appreciate it. The name of my eBay store is the Funky Pickle Store. Check it out if you want to. Let me know what you think below. Subscribe to the channel if you want. Okay, we'll get going right now. The first thing today is this gorgeous stick pearl necklace. How fascinating is this? This is called a biwa stick pearl necklace. The biwa is some sort of body of water in Japan. I think they may make them elsewhere now. Isn't that cool? I'd never seen one before. I found this in a thrift store. I paid $2 for it, and let me just check my notes. I think I sold it for 50. Maybe I took a best offer. Let me check. I sold this necklace for 40. I actually sent an offer out. I saw a bunch of people were looking at it. Isn't that amazing? I love the luster on them. Beautiful item. Only paid a couple dollars for it. Glad it got a new home though. It's beautiful. Little pins like this can be collectible. I especially like when they're very specific, like this one, Wildcat Mountain, which is a mountain in New Hampshire. This is a very cute item. I got this one in a thrift store. I believe I paid 25 cents for it. I got actually a lot of ski pins like this, but I think this was the only one that was this specific. I'll probably just lot the rest of them up. Sold this one for $18. Pretty good flip. A while back, I found a bunch of interesting comic related items in a thrift store. I paid $1 each. I think this is the third Comic-Con thing that I've sold. This is from 1976 in San Diego. It's not really very thick or anything. It's in nice condition though. Somebody took very careful care of it, that's for sure. Paid $1, sold this one for 40. How cute is this sterling silver fish pin? I think it's very mod and very interesting. I love the eye too. This is by a Peruvian artisan. Her name is Graziella Laffy. Is it Graziella or Graziella? I'm not sure. Don't laughy at me if I'm not saying that right. I have a reading vocabulary. What can I say? I've never heard it pronounced before. Anyhow, this came at an auction. I found this at an auction, and I am in the money at this auction, so I already got all my money back. Like whatever I paid, say I paid $325 for a bunch of sterling silver jewelry. I did already make that money, so this one's pure profit. And it is pure fun too. Sold this one for 80. This big mama of a bracelet I found at an auction. It's amazing. Come on. You got to give it to this bracelet. It's amazing. Oh, not too heavy, 110 grams. Isn't that fantastic? In very nice condition, too. A lot of times these things are dented. This one was really nice. And there is the signature, Avid Juarez 40. Prieto. Kind of killer. I did end up taking a best offer on this one of 180. I did not recoup my money yet from this lot of jewelry I bought. I think I paid a close to $1,000 for a few pieces. So I'm on my way. Sure is a great bracelet, right? It's beautiful. Leah Sophia used to sell better, for me at least, than it does now. I've had this ring for a while, I think. I think I got this at a yard sale. I think I paid $1 for it. It's beautiful. I almost kept it, actually. I was going to wear it because I love it. Nice big size, too. Size 8, brand new with the tags. Look how colorful it is. It's an awesome dome ring. I really like big rings, like this one, for example. This one is an old amber ring that I got that I paid a fortune for, but I love it. Sometimes you just have to treat yourself, right? Anyway, got this Leah Sophia ring at a yard sale. I think a dollar, maybe two. Sold it for 13. Look at this beauty. This is abalone and marcasites. I love it. I love abalone. Each petal's very different looking. And there it is from the side. Oh, it's so pretty. This looks like it's nice and old too. I don't think it was artisan sign. I'm just taking a look. No, it was not. Isn't it beautiful? Part of an auction lot, one that I'm already in the profit on. Sold this pin for 35. Trinket boxes can sell very well. This was one of the most adorable little trinket boxes I have ever seen. I paid a couple of dollars for it. I was at one of those kind of big community sales, like they have, where everybody has their own table. I think the people pay $20 or something for a table, and then that all goes to the cause, and then everybody gets to keep the money they make. It opened like so. It was just a little thing, not even 2 inches tall. But look at all the stuff she has. She has her suntan lotion, her hat, and her sunglasses. Adorable. Not too bad of a profit on that one. It was easy to ship. It was small. Paid $2, I think. Sold it for 19. I think I have sold my last set of these neon bass guitar strings. These were really fun, and they worked in the underneath a black light. Now, I found these at a yard sale for a dollar a box. I bought a whole stack of them, and I've been selling them little by little. I think in the beginning I was selling them for 20, and then I started selling them for 10, and then the last few I sold for 15.99. And I think right there, I believe that's the thickness of each string. Bass guitar has 4 strings. Well, I mean, I guess unless it's a 5-string bass. And a 6-string, I think there's a 6-string bass too. I can't remember. Could be wrong. Anyway, paid a dollar completely in the profit though. Sold this set for 16. This is a very rare and interesting item. I got this one at an auction. I think I paid $65 for it because it was the first time I had ever actually seen one of these in person. I believe it's pronounced croquette. Now, in the olden days, people in the Alps would have a vitamin deficiency. I think it was lack of iodine, maybe. So they would get enlarged goiters. It's called a goiter right here. And hence these necklaces, which would cover that and look really pretty too. Now, this one is not in perfect condition. You see how some of the stuff, it looks like ribbon candy. Some of that has broken away. Still a beautiful piece. That's why the price is so low too. If this was in perfect shape, I could have gotten a lot more money for it. This one is 800 silver. How many chains? 16 chains. How cool is that? Let me just look it up on the internet. Let me just make sure that I just explained it right. Croquettes were chokers consisting of multiple rows of chains with a large clasp at the front. Women in South Germany and Austria wore them to hide the lumps on their necks caused by goiter, a disease caused by iodine deficiency, common among those who lived high in the Alps. Okay, I just want to make sure that I'm giving you the right information. Now, I had this up for a while. It looks, you can see, I don't know if you can see it. You might not be able to, but right here it says that I listed this on November 29th, 2024. But I did have this up for a long time, and then I unlisted it and I relisted it. So this was a slow seller for me, but I'm really happy that I did sell it. Did accept a best offer of $180. It's an interesting item, isn't it? I think so. Who remembers these charm holder pendants? At some point, not in my mind, but at some point, charm bracelets, I guess, went out of style a little bit. And in the 80s, we had these where you could put your charms on here. I had one. I had my little class ring on it. Little in those days. I had little fingers in those days. I had a bunch of stuff on it. This one is 14 karat gold. This was a lucky find. I think I got it in a bunch of junk at a thrift store or yard sale or something like that years ago though, and sold it for 100 bucks. I'll pick up a belt buckle if I find it cheaply enough at a yard sale and it has something going for it, like this, for example. A big giant moose. It's in great condition. It looks like it wasn't worn. How do you pronounce that? Siskiyou? Isn't that cool? I loved it. Nice and big. Found it at a yard sale, paid $2 for it, sold it for 25. If I'm in a thrift store or at a yard sale and I see department 56, I will usually take a second look. This one, I didn't really need to look it up on my phone or anything because it's super cool and it's a giant item. It's cobalt glass, department 56. It was $35 in the day. Look at that thing, though. Oh, I love you. How cool. I love moons when they have faces. There it is, hand blown glass. This article made of hand blown glass. Natural irregularities may appear on the surface of the glass. Department 56. So cool. In the original box, too. I don't think it was new. I mean, I didn't see any flaws on it or anything, but it was probably used. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Paid $2 for it. I think I took a best offer. Let me just double check my notes. I did. I took a best offer of $51, and I think this one may have been bought by a friend of the YouTube channel. So thank you for that very, very much. Appreciate it. It's very cool. Enjoy it. I'm such a sucker for Moonglow thermoset. Do you love it or do you love it? Look at the colors. That orange and that very, very warm golden yellow. I think this was part of an auction lot. And oh, it has a sterling clasp. I forgot about that. Ooh, needs to be cleaned a little bit. I didn't actually notice all that. I should have cleaned it before I mailed it. Sorry. A lot of times with jewelry, especially when things have patina, I actually don't clean them because I know some people like that, but I try not to sell things like mail things out that have dirt on them like that. Not too bad. Like, sometimes I can't clean something and then I disclose it. One time I remember I bought a stack of license plates from the 20s or maybe the 30s, but they were really rusty. They were really filthy and I didn't know how to clean them. I thought, well, I'm going to make them worse probably. So then I just disclose like, we don't know how to clean this. You're going to get them how you see them kind of thing. Anyway, I don't mean to change the subject. Sold this beautiful Moonglow thermoset necklace for $23. If you don't know, thermoset just means plastic. It is a plastic that I guess there's two types of plastics, thermoset and then non-thermoset. And the thermoset is that it can't be reheated. You can't remelt it to make it into anything else. I think it's something like that. It's actually set. I probably just explained that really dumb. Anyway, it's plastic. This one's probably from the 50s or 60s. Very cool piece. Sold it for 23. Let's look up thermoset on the Googles so we will know. Thermoset plastic is a synthetic material that hardens when heated and cannot be reshaped or reheated once molded. I think I kind of said that. That's what I meant to say if I didn't. Anyhow, moving on. I love Apple items. I love the MacBooks. We have Apple TVs. I think we have 4 different Apple TVs, and I really love AirPods too. Now, I lose them sometimes, which is odd because I am a somewhat organized person, I would say. Maybe a little bit more than average, even. But I lost one of these. I think this is the 3rd generation. I think I may have paid 140 for these. However, I used them for a few years, so we have to take that into consideration, I guess. Charging case and the one ear, they did work great, the case and the earbud. Paid a bunch, but I did get my use out of them. Sold this for 30. This was part of the same thrift store find that I mentioned earlier. This was $1. It looks like it was in almost perfect condition, actually. I don't think I wrote that. I think I just wrote excellent or something. And you can see here I did an auction. I thought that this was probably worth more than this. So I said, If I do an auction and I get 17 and only one person bids, that's fine because you only paid a dollar, but hopefully it will go higher. And it did not. But uh, that works. Quick flip, paid a dollar, sold it for 17. I'll take it. The same person bought this item too. This one was also a dollar. Nice condition. It looks kind of boring to me, but I'm not a comic book person. Somebody was excited to get it. Sold this one for 17 also. Did I just say that? Paid a dollar. I got this old jackknife as part of a jewelry lot. This is a cool item, isn't it? This is based on art that is in Brussels, obviously. And I am not going to attempt to pronounce that. I know it's part of a fountain. La Fontaine. That's probably right, at least. And unfortunately, the end, not that end. Come on now. This end right here was broken off. Still a cool piece. I can't remember if I was able to find any exactly like it. Very happy with the price, though. I don't think it was silver. It may have been silver plated. Sold right away. Sold it for 92 bucks. I need a haircut. I feel like my side sweep thing, my bangs are a little bit long. Anyway, sorry. So these earrings, I think, were part of an auction lot. This is by a company, HOB, which stands for House of Bangles. They're very pretty. Made in Mexico. Almost 5 grams. That's a nice weight. Not too heavy, but they're just not light and thin. I love the stuff this company makes. Took a best offer on these, sold them for 24. I think this was part of a sterling silver lot. And if so, I'm in the profit. I dabble a bit in old lighters if I see them. I'm not particularly knowledgeable or anything, but I bought 2 that day in the thrift store. I believe they were $2 each. They may have been a dollar each, but I'm thinking they were $2 each. I could look it up in my notes. I actually keep track of everything I spend. Now, this has a lot of specificity to it. It says Donahue on it. And on the back right here, Donahue's Cocktail Lounge, 174 West 72nd Street in New York City. And you can kind of date it a little bit by that phone number. I know I looked this up. I don't think it exists anymore. It's a very, very cool thing. And I guess that must be the family crest, right? So I get a nice note from somebody who went in and gave me $50 for it, which is what I was asking, and said that her great grandfather owned this. So how wonderful is that, that this is going to stay in the family? That's part of what makes selling on eBay and selling on my YouTube channel too very, very satisfying. Somebody is going to buy this stuff and it's going to have another life. And I'm really, really happy that this particular thing went to the original family. Isn't that awesome? And a good profit for me too. But I am happy about the profit, of course, but I'm really happy that it's getting a really great home. Very cool. And it will probably be cherished for generations to come. Oh, there's my little Rosie. Rosie, you want to come over and say hi? Come here. Say hi, Rosie. Hi. You love being held. Why are you acting like you're nervous? She is such a good dog. She did have a little bit of a leg thing. She had the luxating patella, so we had to have surgery twice for her. And she unfortunately had such bad teeth. She actually had all of her teeth pulled. But you're doing fine now. She's actually happy, but she's she's all stressed out for some reason. You wanna go lay down? Okay. She's a little camera shy, I guess. I got this ring as part of an auction lot, and I have thousands of pieces of jewelry. I have too much, which is why I'm pricing a lot of these things to sell. This is sterling silver and yellow diamonds. I'm sure they're lab created. I mean, I'm not sure, but it sure is pretty. My pictures, that picture kind of shows how pretty it is. I think it's very interesting. In the money on that lot for sure. Sold this one for 35. I love this bear. This is sterling silver with 14 karat gold accents. It's kind of hard to tell, but those feathers on top are where the 14 karat gold is. Yeah, now you can see it a little bit better. Look at the inlaid stones. It looks like coral, turquoise, malachite, mother of pearl. What a great piece that is. Not everybody would wanna wear this, not everybody could pull this look off. I certainly can. I love it, and the person who bought it, I guess, can too. This one was a little bit of a problem. It got misdirected somehow by the post office, so it took a long time to get to them. If you're watching this, sorry. I'm not really sure if it's a YouTube friend or not. It's so cool though, and Carolyn Pollock, I don't really know how this works. I'm guessing that a big company like Raelios Carolyn Pollock will let somebody else do all the work and do the design and do the manufacturing and then charge money to put their imprint on it. I'm guessing if it's anything like novelists and books, that might be how it works. Anyway, doesn't matter. It is Roderick Tenorio and Carolyn Pollock. This one sold, I took a best offer, I think of 118. I had this ring listed for a long time. I have no idea why it didn't sell for that long because I think it's very cool. I love how plain it is, not from the side, but from the front. And I love that it's square too. It's big. Look at that. 1 inch. Let's see if I did anything else here. Oh, just the size, about a 6.5. I would have kept it if it fit me. I think it's just got a cool look to it. This was part of an auction lot, definitely in the profit. Sterling silver, turquoise, very cool. Let this one go for 32. I got this vintage set at a yard sale. I paid $2 or $3 for it. It's Fabergé Tigress. I don't think anything was used. The soap certainly wasn't. And I think the powder may have been sealed. But with the cologne, it was hard to tell because there was no like safety seal thing on it. But look at the cover to it. The like twist top on the cover. It had like fur. How fun is that? I don't think I remember. I mean, I remember it. I don't think I remember what it smells like. And in my nose, I feel like old perfume and colognes and stuff, they smell off somehow. But people who are collectors don't mind that, and they already realize that. And supposedly that smell, once you put it on, it wears off after a few minutes. Well, this was a nice profit anyway. Think I paid 2 for it, flipped it for 35. I got this one for $1 with a lot of other CDs that I bought a few years back. This is something that I like to pick up. Anything like this that's very specific. This is the Whiff and Poofs. They were a choral group from Yale. This was from 1951. Yeah, the Yale Glee Club. And I figured somebody, well, a lot of these people are probably still alive. Maybe somebody wanted this, but certainly someone's children. Pretty cool. Paid $1 for it. Kind of surprise. Only got 10 for it. And I listed it December 14th, 2021. That's a very, very slow seller. I'm glad somebody got it though. I think it's cool. Some of my viewers may have seen this item. I got this one in a thrift store. I think I paid 5 for it. It's a very cool old fashioned telephone and it's glass. Check that out. Shannon Fine Crystal. The crystal telephone. Lead crystal. Wow. And the thing about it that I really liked is that it was new and still all sealed and everything, not used. I think it's beautiful. How cool would this look in a teenager's bedroom or anybody's retro house, really? It was heavy and I don't like shipping glass, but I figured if I could get $100 for it, I would do it. And I did. Paid 5, sold it for 100. I love Camrose and Cross jewelry. They did reproductions of Jackie Kennedy's jewelry. This is beautiful. I would love to see the real thing, but this does really look a lot like the real thing. My understanding is Camrose and Cross did not do things in sterling. It's strictly costume. That may or may not be true. So I don't even know why I just said it then. Now I'm just confusing everybody. Anyway, there's the original price, 82.74. I think this was from 2005, 2006. What a classic look. It looks a little bit like Gucci, and it had all the stuff. So you have the certificate of authenticity. There's a little card there, plus the price thing, plus the beautiful velvet box. I guess I didn't really take a picture of the box. Well, there, then now let me see what I sold it for. I did take a best offer on it. I was in the money on this lot, so I took a best offer of $40 on this beautiful necklace. I love it. It's very, very elegant. About 5 or 6 years ago, I bought a whole lot of Whiting& and Davis jewelry. If I can remember to, I will put a link in the description box and you can watch me walk around this auction and find this lot. I don't know what the story was with this lot, but things look brand new. And it was all Whiting& and Davis. I don't know if somebody worked there or had a relative who worked there or just somebody bought it and then perfectly, like, just kept it perfectly preserved and unworn. This is a classic Whiting& Davis snake necklace. This one is a little bit more unusual than the other one you may have seen where the snake is, like, biting its tail. This is a double-headed one. And the reason that I wanted to show that first picture is because I love the teeth, but that's just me. Beautiful silver tone, honestly, mint, nearly mint condition. I hope somebody I know bought this, but I don't know. I'm not sure. There it is, the underneath side. Oh, this is such an awesome necklace. I think I sold it for 180. Let me just double check my notes. I took a best offer on this. I sold this one for 150, which is still a great profit. Now, I only paid 80 at the auction, like I said, and I had already made more than 80. So this one is pure profit. I love it. I sold my jellyfish Christmas tree ornament. I have to say, I did regret it a little bit when I was decorating my tree. I thought it really would have looked cool on my tree. This is a giant ornament, by the way. I know I showed this on one of my haul videos. I got this at a thrift store. I can't remember. I think it might have been 50 cents. Did I pay as much of it as a dollar? I might have. Look at that, 14 inches long. How fun. This top part is glass. I like the embellishments too. It's got the rhinestones, got the pearls. Fun little item. Very quick flip. Sold this one for 12. Here is yet another set of those guitar strings. They were mostly in neon yellow, but I did have a few in orange as well. But let me just go past that one. About 2 or 3 years ago, I went to an estate sale and bought out a lot of J. King jewelry. And this is from that collection. Check that out. That is some beautiful coral, very chunky. Oh, that is so super nice. Sterling silver findings. There's a Desert Rose Trading logo thing on the hook. And it came with the matching earrings too. And I think I might have taken a best offer. Let me just double check. I did. I did accept $40 for this beautiful set. New and unworn with the J. King paperwork and everything. And you know what? I think it also included the original box, which I guess I didn't show. Well, anyway, very cool set. Good profit. Here's a necklace that not everybody could pull off. Another one that is unusual and bold, just the way I like them. And a lot of people do. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people like little delicate things. Many of my friends like the little tiny necklaces and tiny earrings. I am not one of those people, obviously. Well, actually, at times, at times. Well, this is a very cool item. This is leopard jasper. How interesting. Each of those beads is so different. Of course, the leopard's awesome too. About a 16-inch drop or so. I think this may have been a yard sale find. I think. I paid $2 for it. Do you like that one? I really do. Sold it for 34. How cute is this little thing? This is not an elf on the shelf. It's only his outfit. You can buy clothes for these, like they're Barbie dolls or something. Isn't that fun? Do not be naughty. New in the box, found it at a thrift store. I think I paid $1 for it, sold it for 15. I sold 2 of these together. They're near mint, ashtrays, trinket dishes, and they look like mushrooms. Look at that. So cool. Definitely mid-century, very mod. And I think it says a gold tone product. I'm pretty sure Japan. I thought they were fun. Paid $1 each, sold them for 22.50. A couple of years back, I went to an estate sale. I actually was just looking in my notes. I made $4,000 profit at that sale. It was pretty amazing. And one thing that I bought a lot of there was yarn. Also, a lot of dolls, a lot of vintage Barbies and stuff like that. But I'm still selling the yarn. I'm almost done with it now. This is kind of interesting. She had like totes and totes and totes of yarn, and I was not buying the normal stuff that you would see in Walmart. I was trying to buy the more unusual skeins. I mean, I bought totes and totes of it anyway. This was made in Uruguay. Sold these two for 12, completely in the profit. I believe these cool Max Nass earrings came from a larger lot that I had of earrings. And I was showing them in hauls. They were wrapped up in paper towels. It was very fun to go through them and unwrap them and see what was in there. I think that's where these came from. These are cool. And a lot of people don't like to wear the screwbacks. And as you can see here, you could unhook them right there and put them on pierced backs if you wanted to. Really, very clearly signed. Nice and big, too. Very modernist. I took a best offer on these sterling silver earrings, sold them for 30. I sold this beautiful pendant for 26.50. Took a best offer. How beautiful is that opal sterling silver? Turquoise, signed EH. I guess I don't know who that is. I might have at one time and forgot. It's a pretty little thing. Good profit, definitely in the money on that lot, so not too bad. Here's another Whiting and Davis snake necklace. This has the same kind of vibe, the double head and the teeth. I love them. I couldn't find any comps for this one. The white with the gold kind of wash. I love it though. So paid 80 for the whole lot, had already made my money back, sold that other necklace for more than 100. I took a best offer on this one, I think of 130. Very cool though, I think. Here's another solid 14 karat gold charm holder. This one had a triple heart, clearly marked right there, JCM. That is something that I know who that is, and I can't remember it, so I'll put it on the screen. Almost a half a gram. Very pretty. Lucky find. Either a thrift store or a yard sale, something like that. Definitely did not pay a lot of money for it. Sold it for 100. This item I love. Check that out. Sterling silver and turquoise. I got this one as part of an auction, at an auction as part of a bigger lot. Made my money for sure. It just marked Mexico 925. Look at it from the side though. I'm trying to show that it wasn't just thin and flat. There's quite a bit of silver. The stones are nice and big. It's a very happy one. Sold that one for 40. I got this very cool bracelet in a pawn store. I think I paid 30 or 35 for it, maybe 40. And as you can see, it's reversible. So how awesome is that? So you have that pebble side, and then the other side is a star side. Pebble, star. That's a fab thing. Look how heavy it is. Wow. 57 grams of sterling, and there's the mark. And just about 7.5 inches or so. Let me see if I have the pictures down here. Oh, I see, just laying flat. Unusual. I had never really seen one like it before. And so let's say I paid 40. I think I took a best offer on this one of 125. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Not sure. Maybe I should have kept it now that I'm looking at it. I especially like it. Well, I'll get more. I'm so happy I sold these earrings. These were up on my eBay page for 2 years. I thought they would sell right away. I love them. They're so fun. The name brand is far-fetched. That is something that usually sells much more quickly. I don't know why nobody liked these little lions. Well, someone did. Someone finally did, and I did. So that's 2 of us. I think I paid $1 for these at a yard sale, sold them for 15. I love leaf jewelry, and this double leaf I think is particularly cool. It's definitely swirly and mod. I love the way the edges are curled. And this is a collectible thing, sterling by Jewel Art. There's a signature. Nice and big too. Part of a lot, definitely in the profit. Sold this one for 20. There is a bicycle craze going on in the late Victorian era, and women in the 1890s were big users of bicycles, riders of bicycles. This is a wonderful metal photograph called a tintype. And it's so wonderful to have this information to Florence Beach, E's sister, Everett Beach's sister. I think that says 1894. Isn't she fantastic? Let me see if we can take a better look at her face. There she is. She's a handsome woman, as my grandma would say. That's a fantastic picture. I'm fascinated by old photos. I try to resist collecting them because I have too much stuff as it is. But I really enjoy this one. I bet you that bicycle would be worth a fortune today. I got this at an auction. It was the same auction place where I got the Whiting and Davis stuff. I bought a large lot of ephemera that I made a bunch of money on. I don't know if that's from that auction or not, but anyway, it might be linked below. Definitely in the money on all those photographs I bought. Sold just this one photograph from 1894 for 30. Here's another outfit for Elf on the Shelf. I got this the same day. I think they were $1 each. They only had 2. It's kind of interesting how it's called the Couture collection. How cute. You can dress your little Elf on the Shelf up like a snowman. It was in the package. It didn't seem like it had been used before. But I put used because the packaging was a little bit messed up and stuff. I mean, not messed up, but like normal wear that you would have if you put something on a shelf and didn't pay much attention to it or threw it in a box. Sold this one for 12. Look at this cool Leah Sophia set. Beautiful necklace and ring. Quite fancy. This was part of their red carpet collection. Nice and heavy too. I love it. I love both the pieces. Look how big. See the ring from the side. Very pretty set. I got this at a yard sale. I believe I paid $3 for the set. Sold it for 25. Here's some more Moonglow thermoset. This one, I love the yellow. It's very sunshiny, but I really like the spacer beads, the little spacer beads. That's a cool piece. Oh, that's, yeah. I guess I'm trying to show it's between 13 inches and 15 inches long. It's kind of weird. I don't remember where I got this one. Love it though. Sold it for 10. I can't remember where I got this. Maybe a yard sale. This is a Monet. I believe it's circa 1980s. It's fab. There's a signature right there. Nice length on it. Cool piece. Think it was a yard sale find. Sold it for 25. I got this old pom-pom aluminum Christmas tree years ago. I paid $5 for it at a yard sale, and I was keeping it all this time because I figured someday if I didn't wanna put the big tree up anymore, or one year I couldn't or something, I would put this 4-foot tree up. I love it so much, but I haven't used it in all these years. I don't know if I'm ever gonna use it. It's sitting up in the attic. It had its original box, which is pretty much wrecked, and I didn't put it up because I didn't really have the time to bring it down and put it together. Well, last night, I was watching Virgin River. Does anybody else watch that show? I was watching Virgin River, and I went in the attic, brought it down, put it together, which actually wasn't hard at all, put it right in front of my piano, took a couple of pictures, and when I woke up in the morning, somebody had sent me an offer, paid $5 for this. Ain't it cool? Sold it for 140. That's all I've got for this time around. Thank you again for coming, and thank you so much if you bought any of these items. I so much appreciate it. I'll catch you on the next one, okay? Be well until then, everybody. Bye-bye.